I know. Today's a really happy day for me. I'm very excited. My neighborhood has um, uh, ornament exchange tonight, and I don't know, I haven't been able to go in the last few years. I'm making sure that my microphone is in the right. Here, maybe if I button this button and then put it on, then it won't flop over. But here I am. The party's at 7, so I have plenty of time, right? But I need to make my my ornament, and it's the ornament that I make. It's done in IQ Designer, and I am going to show you how to make it on Monday at 3 o'clock. So last night that was very very exciting to uh, get to do it was this block. I'm looking at it right now. And so this one, the Hunter's Star, which I've always admired. And I said, there is no way I would ever, ever, ever make it. So here, I'll put it over this way so you can see I'm seeing glare. So, but anyhow, Steve cut me out enough pieces so I could do 4 blocks. So this is actually 4 blocks put together. So far I've only made one, and it just doesn't look like anything yet. So I'm excited. My corners are turning out so good because the pieces are cut on the AccuQuilt. They go together really easy. It's just like a puzzle piece. So yeah, so I have to make 2 ornaments, and so I may be sitting here while Carol is doing her fabric show, but then I could jump up and comment on fabrics too. So, all right, and today is day 12 of our Christmas box. So, what we're working with today is what days? We're working with, oh, where's your list?
Day 9 and 10.
9, 10, so 11. 9, 10, and 11. So it was everything you needed to decorate 2 towels. And I'm going to show you how we do it. I like it done with decorative stitches. So I wanted to show you some really pretty decorative stitches. So today, hopefully we won't have to use what's in box 12. Okay, so box 12, let's see where it is. I don't, it's not, why do I always have 20, 11, 13, 15? Top right here. Okay, day 12. Okay, let's read their saying. Snowflakes fall while needles dance. Give your crafts a second chance. So we are here, and how many inches of snow are we supposed to get? So, yeah, Kathy, you're lucky to be out of the cold. It has been so cold, but the sun is shining today, and the wind is not blowing, so it's easy to take. Oh wow, look at this. Okay, so we have a stabilizer band. So this is for a wash away stabilizer. So when you open it up, you no longer have to wet it to know whether or not it's a wash away. So let's see. I think I even have some here, right here. So here is some wash away, and look at this. It's unraveling and everything. So now, of course, I take the plastic off, but it's a snap band. So all you do is wrap it around, and then it won't come unraveled. So we got this box got wash away. Who knows what ones you got? Do they all get the same? I don't know. People have to tell us. Oh, and this one is a blank one. So you will write in what stabilizer it is. So I would use it for the hard to guess ones. Like no show, I hardly need it. Like what is this one? I don't even know. So this has got to be a sticky tearaway. Yeah, so the sticky tearaway. So I'd take a permanent ink pen and write in sticky tearaway, and then it won't come unrolled, and I'll know what one it is. So that is a great present, but that's not all. Now I got some candy in mine, which hey, if I've been like losing my voice. If I feel like I need a throat lozenge, I don't go throat lozenger when I have candy around. I just put a piece of candy in. Okay, now let's take a look at this. This is it's called a double seam ripper, and it's also seam fix. So I'm going to open mine to show you what it is for. Okay. its nifty notions. Okay. Now, okay, we'll take off one end, and it is a big seam ripper. Okay. Take off the other end, and it's a little seam ripper. So you have like two different sizes on the blades. Okay. And what these are used for is to pull out the threads. So I'm thinking I might have some lint on me that this would work with. But you tear out your seam, and then you're going to have all those threads, and you're just going to, like, you see a thread right here or right here. That will pull out the threads for you. Instead of having to pick each one out, you're going to use it. So we're just pretending like there's a stitch there, but you're just going to go like that, and that will pull out all the threads that are left behind. Okay, so it is a double seam ripper, one end large, one end small. Okay, and then these erasers at the end just grab the thread. Okay, so that was a good day. And mine had candy. Did you see? They told me don't announce the candy because there was like no rhyme or reason to the days that they put candy. But let me know if you got. I got candy. I'm wondering if you get. So you got two slap bands, and the seam ripper today. Yeah, two slap bands. Okay. Oh, it pulls out wash away topper. Oh, okay. Okay. So like I bet that's it. If you have anything that you want to pull away, I bet this will help you. So that was a good day. It's a very good day. And okay, so we wanted to show you how to decorate the towels. So I'm just going to put this over here. Okay, so you got this Heat and Bond light. And I was just saying, I don't know, I think like maybe 5 years ago, we used Heat and Bond light to decorate our towels. And I think over there in kit making, they said we have to have Heat and Bond light. And it's like, but I like, and I didn't realize that that's what they were putting in, but I like Hot Fix so much better. It's just easier to work with and everything. Okay, so I'm gonna do it with Heat and Bond, and I'm gonna do it with the Hot Fix, and I'm gonna show you why I like the Hot Fix better. Okay, so we'll put these away. I think I'll just slide these underneath. Now, okay, so the problem with the Heat and Bond is that it's not big enough. So you need two stripes. So you'll get a piece this big. So you actually have a piece of fabric here that is big enough for 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 4 towels, and you have to decorate 2 towels. But you know what would be neat is we could put the Heat and Bond on these poinsettias. Oh, okay, we're going to do that. We're going to do it. Okay, so I didn't even think of that till now. But the problem is your Heat and Bond, it only comes in these fabrics are cut 22. So I think I am just going to cut it here. And I'm going to use my scissors. Well, no, I'll just move this. I always use the rotary cutter. So this is how many inches? I'm going to cut it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to cut it at the 11-inch mark. So here, I'm going to line it up at the bottom. And I've got my ruler. And we're going to cut it at 11. And I just put a new blade in. Okay, and then when we position it to iron it, I'm just going to piece them together. So I'm going to bring my iron in. Okay, hopefully, maybe I'll just slide it over here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I want to, here, just slide the iron just a little farther. There we go. And I think I'll position this piece first. Okay, don't want to go over and get that sticky stuff on my wool mat. So I'm trying to be careful. Now see, this iron that I'm working with, it shuts off after 8 minutes. So I started it like must be 10 minutes ago because I just walked over and it was turned off. It's still warm though, so I think I'll be okay. And I'm just going to quickly iron it flat, but then you've got to hold it. So I'm going to let it heat up. In fact, it probably tells you how long on here. Okay, preheat iron, place and hold iron on fabric for 2 seconds. So that isn't very long. 2 seconds. I'm going to flip it over and do more. Okay, but now I'm going to take this spare piece and fill in here. And that's again, like you don't want to overlap because then that'll peel off. But you just butt it right up against. And I'm just going to be careful not to iron past the fabric here. But normally I would take my time and cut that. Okay, here. Now I'll just flip it over and I can cut this off. So it looks like I only want it to like here. So just cut that off. And I'll flip this. Okay, so save this. You could use it for something else. Actually, you could use the rest for a couple poinsettias. Okay, so on this side, I'll do it again. So you buy Heat and Bond Light by the yard. And it only comes, I think it's 20-inch wide or 18. I'm just ironing it. It said 2 seconds. I'm probably going too fast. So just do it one more time. Now let it heat up again. These the irons that we get, we make sure they are the latest version, and it heats up back up to full heat in just 7 seconds. There. We love them. This would be a good present to get for yourself. You're not dealing with any cords. Now we're going to let it cool. Okay, but then I wanted to show you the hot fix. But, okay, so with the hot fix, I don't have to deal with piecing it because it comes in a roll. So the hot fix that we like, we only carry the hot fix, the featherweight hot fix, because we like that it's a lighter weight, and it, hey, this would be a real good thing to put my slap band around. So this is another one. So iron with or without steam, you know what? I never even paid. They're saying no steam, no steam, but I had steam on. Okay, so let's see if I can do this because it might be, I might have to peel that up in order to do it. But because it comes in a roll, I won't have to piece it. I'll get out my favorite scissors and I'll just cut that. Okay, so easier in that way is that I don't have to piece it. Now the other way that makes it easy is, I think I will just peel this one up. We'll have like a double layer of hot fix. Or I could just cut that off. Either way. Be more accurate if I use the rotary cutter, but okay, so here. Now the hot fix, you just do the first side quickly just to adhere it. Okay, I've got a little bit of overlap there. We'll deal with that later. Okay, and the hot fix, you hold it longer. So I'm even going to leave that on there. So I'm going to tell you on the hot fix. But what happens is with the hot fix is it melts into your fabric, and you cut your fabric and it won't fray. If you do it right, you got to do it right. Okay, so let me read the directions. Okay, heat press instructions. But it was, we read 30 seconds. Place hot fix, print side down on, okay, turn the fuse over, 30 to 40 seconds. So I kind of do a one run, holding it like 5 to 10 seconds, and then I go over it again. Because you want it really to melt into the fabric. It's like necessary if you're doing your applique pieces, because you don't want them to fray any farther. So if you don't do it for the 30 to 40 seconds, they're saying 30 to 40, it won't melt into the fibers and it won't prevent your fabric from fraying. So I'm kind of in a hurry, so I'm just going to do it. But just remember, you do it the right way. Ruth Ann, whenever she teaches, I asked her, do you really hold that down for 30 seconds? She said, yes. Yes, she follows the instructions. There. Yeah, Laura Star irons are so wonderful, aren't they? Yeah. I know we love this little Panasonic, and then we're loving the Laura Star. Joni and I spent, really just a day sprucing up the store. We have Kendallin in the store, and she loves to merchandise. So she has got the store looking really good. But she isn't sure, what we want where and everything, and fabrics that we need and things that we need with the machines. But so Joni and I are going to do the same thing. We're both working tomorrow, and we're going to do the same thing tomorrow and get everything organized in the shop. Our sales rep for Bernina came, and many of you know him because he was our sales rep with Baby Lock, Tano. Everybody thought we were saying Tonto, but no, his name, he's Italian. He's very, very Italian, from New Jersey, where many Italian immigrants landed. But his real name is Gaetano Giannacino. I think I got it right. Yeah. So that's very, very, very Italian. But he's the nicest guy in the whole entire world. We always said he was the best sales rep we ever had. And that's because he helped us. So he would come to a show with us. He'd run to his room, put on his jeans and a T-shirt, and he'd be tearing down the show right with us. And you don't really get that. Other sales reps don't do that. They don't, get right in there with us. And he's really funny too, right? Many of you remember him. And now he's with Bernina, and I promised him that I was going to start using the Berninas in the show because they are absolutely, positively fantastic. We have many, many customers that have a Baby Lock or a Brother, and then they also have a Bernina. Okay, so I'm feeling good. It has not cooled off yet. Okay, so I think what I should do, this one is cooled off. You can't peel the paper off before it's cooled off, because then it will stick to itself and make a mess. Okay, so we're going to leave the paper on until it's cooled off. I'm just going to shove my iron aside, and I think I could cut this while the paper is on. Okay, so I'm going to take my ruler and even this up. Like right here, I can see I have a little bit of the green stripe, and I don't want that. So now let's take a look. My ruler is 6.5. That almost looks perfect, doesn't it? 6.5. I think I'm gonna use this ruler as my guide. So first I'm going to take off and even up this edge. I am using the Quilter Select rulers. I meant to tell you guys to add these. We haven't sold these in a long time. These are the best rulers because they don't slide. Your fabric will move with them, but they do not slide off the fabric. And I love that. Okay, so let's see if we can do this. Let's just see if we can just turn it so I can get at the angle. So yeah, it's still right where it's supposed to be. So I will, right? I feel like I should look. But now my handle, yeah, it's still right where it's supposed to be. Okay. And then I'm going to cut here. Oh, when I lifted, I moved it a little bit. So, okay. So I'm going to use the 6.5 inch to make my strip. Okay. Now remember, I have the heat and bond. Oh my goodness, is this gorgeous or what? Is this the prettiest fabric? Now let's see. Okay, so we are going to do one on red and one on green. So we are going to use this stripe. So I'm thinking I would like to cut it like right in the green there. I think I'd like the stripe. I don't think I'd like it with just the black. I think I want the stripe on this one. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut that one too. So I'm going to get out my ruler again. And we're going to cut it straight. I don't want to cut off too much of that green stripe. I'm going to cut. I think I've got it right there. Now, this is another gadget we haven't sold in a long time. The Gypsy Gripper handle. Put it in. I can't use it without this. It holds my ruler in place. It keeps my hand away from my blade so I don't cut my hand. Okay, so now we're going to go here. So there. I can't even see the green. So I'm just a little bit outside that gold line. And see, we're going to cover that with a decorative stitch. So it won't matter too much. Okay, so I have my other piece. And now the big decision. Well, I think because this has that bold red stripe, I think I should put this one on the green and like decide where I want it. Okay, I'm going to take, so look for the loop. You want the loop at the top of your towel and you want your decorative border at the bottom. And it looks like this sticker is the bottom of the towel. So we're going to take that off. And this would be a time, I'm just going to lay it on my mat. Okay, and like you decide how high up you want it. And that looks good, more like 5.5. Okay, I'm liking that. Let's peel off the paper. Oh, you know what you need to peel off the paper? I'm remembering everything now. This tool. So it is, I forget the name of it. Do you remember? Scoring tool. Okay, so you just scratch it and then you get your scoring tool under it. Okay, so you scratched it, so that makes it so much easier to get it up. This tool I also use if I'm using a medium weight tearaway and I got to get all those little pieces. I stick that under and pull it out. So this makes it so much easier to get this off. Okay. Here, oop, I left my blade open. Okay. Okay, now I better pull over my mat. If I use the iron right on it, I'm going to melt the mat and it's going to have a bend in it. Okay, so I'm going to put my here. Maybe I'll lay it this way so I can do more at once. Okay, so make sure it's right side up. And I'll get my ruler out And we can get out. Oh, I don't see it here. I was going to say I would get out my Gloria horn tape measure that we gave, but we had one last night, but it's gone today. Okay, so let's say I decided that I wanted it about 2 inches from the bottom. Look at this. Okay. You know what? Why don't I use my ruler? So let's say I've got it set up on the 2 inch. Okay, I'm going to put my here. I want to make sure this overlaps by at least an inch. Okay, I'm going to put that up against it. Okay, then I know I'm uniform. I've got an inch on this end. I don't on this end. I've got less, so I'm going to pull it down this way. Okay, I want it pretty even on both ends. Let's make sure. I think I'm good. Okay, so how do you think we look? I'm going to double check. 2 inches and 2 inches. So, all right, and then I'm going to take my iron and iron that in place. And again, it's 30 to 40 seconds in each spot. So maybe I'll go the full width of the iron. And just hold it a little bit. And come to the ends. Make sure I don't go over or my fabric will be sticking to my wool mat. You don't want it to fray when you wash. You want that, so this one is we used the end that had the heat and bond, which came with your kit. Okay, now on my ends, I'll take my ends and I like to fold them in. And I'm just going to finger press it. Can't really iron it at this point. And then we're going to bring it up over. Okay, so you need to have some of the adhesive showing. So we're just going to turn it under a little bit because then that adhesive will hold it in place. So I'm just turning it under just like, oh, what is that? Like a 1/4 inch, little less than a 1/4 inch. And then fold it over. So I don't have a raw edge on the other side. And then I'll iron that in place. Just hold it down a couple seconds. And then same thing on the other side. And this one is a little bit uneven, so I'm just going to take my scissors and even that a little bit. That's better. Okay, same thing. I'm just going to turn it under a little bit and finger press it. Finger press it and then flip it over. Now, Darlene Matthews was just in. She is one of those perfectionist sewers, and she has AccuQuilt, absolutely, positively loves it. But she brought me 2 of her favorite patterns that she uses. And so one was for a panel, and one is for a really cute hot pad. So we have new projects to show you. Okay, so here, and I think I'm going to use my clips and clip this in place. Now we'll run a straight stitch to hold it in place, but for now I'm just going to clip it. Because I'm ironing and it's popping up. I think I'll iron one more time. See, the hot fix would hold better. We put heat and bond light in your kit, and I have to remember to tell the kit people that we don't use that anymore. That was as soon as Hot Fix came out, we used that. Okay, so this is ready to sew on. So maybe we should go to the machine. Okay, let's do my other one too. Okay, So here we're going to find the end that has the sticker on it. I'll give that a little bit of a press. Did I turn the steam off? Yes, I did. But I have done this using steam, and it's fine. Okay, so here I got my scoring tool. So we just scratch it. It makes it so much easier to get it up. Now look at this. I somehow have this black thread. We have a new gadget that Ruth Ann uses, and it's a teeny, teeny, tiny hook. Now, it is not going to show on our project, but imagine if there was a black thread caught and there was white behind it. Okay, I don't think there's anything we could do here because it's held on, but imagine that's inside your quilt. So when she makes a quilt with a light background, she looks all over it and looks for like threads underneath the fabric. And she has this teeny tiny hook. We'll show that sometime this week. Okay, so let's take a look here. I think I'm going to raise it up a little higher. This is going to be very pretty. Lay it out. We love Dunroven's towels, especially they're woven. There's the waffle weave. We don't like the waffle weave because the waffle weave, when you wash it, it shrinks, and you have to iron where you appliqued. So there, I'm going to position this, butt it right up against, and make sure I'm hanging off here about 3/4. Oh, I have plenty of room on that end. So here, so I think they cut the fabric 22 inches. Okay, that looks like I could go a little bit more on this end. So you want more, so you have, okay, so what do you think of the positioning? I love it. I think it's great. So I'm going to go ahead and iron. So I'm just kind of lifting and pressing. I know it's so pretty, isn't it? I love this fabric. We tried to order more, and we had 3 different fabrics that we wanted, and they only shipped us 2. So I have a feeling they're sold out. I can't imagine that they're going. Now, sometimes we order, and on the website it says they're out of it, and then we get shipped it. So, they have bolts that appear from nowhere. Or I was told one time, sometimes it's at the designers' desks. They have bolts there for them to work on projects. Okay, we're good there. And I'm seeing a thread hanging here. I think I want to take my squeezy snips and get rid of that. It was just fraying a little bit. Now, again, this won't happen with the hot fix. So I'll get word to them. No more hot fix. It just isn't necessary. I mean, no more heat and bond. We really like the hot fix better. Okay, now I'm going to let that heat up. And I just thought on this piece where I have my hot fix, I think I'm going to want to cut out a couple poinsettias. And so remember, I did not hold it down for the 30 to 40 seconds. So I thought I'd just take a minute here. And yeah, 100 pack of bobbins. Somebody's on for that. Put that one in the lineup. Okay. There. I'm going to jump over to this one and hold it down, because I really want that hot fix to melt into the fibers of the fabric So when I iron that down, it is not going to peel off. That'll give me the option here. I'll have 3 of the big, and I think when I cut it, I think I'm going to include some of the mistletoe, maybe a pine cone. We could make it look really pretty. So I just want to make sure I get that. Yes, we have a ton. Yeah, we have a ton. So they didn't update the, yeah. Yeah, so the bobbins that we get in, they're for the Baby Lock and Brother, and they're the blue tinted bobbins, which is a stronger plastic. You know how your pre-wound bobbins are on like a clear bobbin, and it isn't a very strong plastic. Okay, I'm happy there. I'm just going to slide it aside, and we're going to do the same thing with the ends. So I'm going to turn it a little bit, and I'm just going to finger press. You know, I bet the scoring tool would help me. Yeah. Get a little crease in that. Okay, and then turn it up. And press. So everybody's going to have 2 beautiful towels. We love, this is such a good present to give to someone. I always say they're wrapped up in a bottle of wine. Wrap up a bottle of wine with your towel. So tonight, we all were to bring an ornament. If we wanted to play the game, and you know it's going to be one of those where you could steal it from the next girl, and like I'm going to make and we had a $10 limit. Well, see, but I'm using my scraps, so I really haven't spent $10, right? And so I kept telling Maddie that I think we should put a $10 Starbucks gift card in. I'm gonna make sure the ornaments have a pocket on the back so you can put a gift card in it. And then I think they'll fight over my ornament, right? Because they're gonna get an ornament and a $10 gift card. Because that's the most fun if people are fighting over your ornament. A couple years ago when I went, I made one of the OESD angels, and that was the one they fought over, so that made me really happy. So what did I do with my clips right here? And I just clip it. Because we'll deal with that later. I'll just run a straight stitch to hold it. So here, now it looks to me like it. I'm just going to peel it back. I won't worry about it. So I'm just going to iron it again. There, and give it a clip. Okay, now it's time to go to the sewing machine, and we have the top of the line Bernina 990 here, and I've been playing with it. There's over 2,000 decorative stitches. Oh, this one is really pretty. Okay, so what I've done is I've selected a stitch. Okay, I don't want anything that has side motion. You know that? Because then it's just hard to line up that line. So I looked at it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and sew a little bit, and we can see, yeah, see, it's moving sideways. Although the Berninas, that foot really holds my fabric. But if I go and I make it a little bit narrower, okay, so we are just going to make it a little bit narrow. So right there, it's telling me what size it is. And I think my opening in my presser foot is 9mm. And so I think here I am at 8.5. Maybe I'll shorten it a little bit, kind of make it more so I can see it. Now look at this. I had the camera on. So this is without the camera. And I turn the camera on. And oops, I didn't turn it on. So press the button, turn the camera on, and you could see what it's going to look like on your fabric. Okay, another thing though, I want to learn these machines so bad. So I'm going to press here. Okay, there's a light in the needle area to see your bobbin good, but it tells you your bobbin level. So it's saying good. So I must have a full bobbin. I've got a good amount of thread in my bobbin. Now, so I made it narrower. So on many machines out there with these decorative stitches, you cannot change the stitch width and the length, but on the Bernina you can. You can make them really big. We should play with that a little bit and see how big it is. But one thing all of us notice is that these presser feet really hold on to the fabric. Okay, let's stop there and press my cutter button. So I have King Star Metallic, and here's what I did. So here it is at the regular size, and then I made it smaller. So that would be pretty, okay? I kind of went, I found a star, and I love that. It's a big star, so I do like that one. But all I did was I pressed my decorative stitch button, and it showed me all the different menus. And so where did I go? I just went here the first time, and then I saw the star. So should we do a star? I guess we should. I feel like that's boring. I'm always picking stars. Let me look again. Okay, and I just started going through the stitches. Now that quilt along that we're going to have, we're going to talk about it a little later. We're going to be using a lot of decorative stitches because we all have tons of decorative stitches and nobody's using them. At least I don't feel like they are. So these are like flowers. I'm not getting a Christmassy vibe. Let's take a look at that one. That one's pretty. That would be really pretty. Okay, let's see. Let's lower our foot and let's see. Oh, the width is 9. So the width is 9, so it is not going to go sideways. If I increase the width, so let's see. Oh, I hit my foot control with the wheel. It's not letting me go wider on that one. I can go narrower, but it just lets me go to the 9. Okay, so let's just sew that one a little bit. Now, when I first sat down, I felt like, oh, it's not moving fast enough for me. And we had the speed way, way down. And you know, if you want to go real slow and careful, hit your speed limiter. You all have one. You all have one. And then let's see how fast this goes. Let's see if it'll let me. Wow. Really fast. It's a really, really solid machine. I love it. So this is the Bernina 990. This is their top of the line. Let's take a look. That I really like. Oh, what should I do? See, I would spend so much time trying to think of what stitch to use. Look at this one. That one's really neat. Maybe I should go the star because it'll sew out faster, although that's sewed out pretty fast. And we could say that's a poinsettia. That's a poinsettia and leaves. I do kind of, so I'd be all day picking my stitches, just scrolling through and looking for the different stitches. They're all beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Wow, that is really pretty. I got to sew that one out for you now, and then we'll decide which one to use. So that's too fast for me. I don't want to go any faster than that. Now it feels like, is it going sideways? No, it's not moving it sideways. Oh, that is really pretty. Okay, let's cut and take a look. So imagine it's going to hang off my edge. That is like, what do I do? How do I make this decision? I love that one. Let's go with that one. That one's really pretty. Okay, so we're going to stay there, and I'm just going to position my fabric here. I need to move my clip a little farther away. Let's lower our foot. So it will automatically lower when we start to sew, but I want to guide it so there's a mark right in the, see, I just hit the foot control, and so it thought I wanted to just sew one stitch. So we'll go ahead and start to sew. So I want to see when it sews those couple stitches in the center, that is right along the edge of the fabric. There's a lot of motion to it. But well, it's beyond it now. Maybe I'll try to go real slow. There, see how I'm just grazing the edge? That's what you want. I can't stop. Maybe you guys will have to sell stuff while I'm sewing. I'm afraid this will be boring for them to watch. I can't wait to look at it. Maybe I'll drop my needle and I'll spin the fabric so we can take a look at it. So it's very delicate, really pretty. I'm not having to hold on to the fabric at all. It's not a struggle one single bit to keep that fabric right in the center. You can see it's hitting it. When it does that center leaf, I can really see it. What are they saying?
They could watch you stitch this out all day.
All day. Okay, okay. I know it's relaxing, isn't it? Sewing is relaxing. I always said that quilting was too stressful for me, but now that we have AccuQuilt and I got to try it, it's no longer stressful. The pieces go together really nice. Okay, we got the needle dropped. I'm just gonna raise the foot. I better take my foot off the foot control. Let's just, oh, isn't that, look at how pretty that is. So that is really pretty. You gotta use your decorative stitches. Look at how pretty they are. Okay, I'll keep going because I can't, if I have to resume, I'd have to find that exact spot, which is possible to do. So let's say you quit there. You'd have to take a scrap piece of fabric and quit right there on the scrap piece and then bring your project in and align that. So
you know what this is you're using?
This one, okay, so when I first sat down, I didn't have the right foot selected and it kept telling me I'm not using the right foot. And so I went in and the one I'm using is 20D and it's an open toe applique. D means I could bring down my dual feed from the back. This is what's so nice about the Berninas too. They have the dual feed built right in, and it evenly feeds their fabric. So any fabric that I think might pucker, I'll make sure I lower that. I think it's called the dual feed. Does anybody know what Bernina calls that? Steve will remember. We went to training. Tommy and John got to sew on them at the Bernina convention. I'm going next year. It's in New Orleans. So where Baby Lock always has it in St. Louis, Missouri, because that's where their headquarters is. And we were told by the previous CEO, Ken Taccone, that he likes keeping the money in St. Louis. He likes helping out his city rather than going to a different city. But Bernina and Brother, they have their conventions in different cities every year. So we were in Texas. Steve and I were in Texas, and for the Brother convention, and then next year Bernina's is in New Orleans. I'm just going to keep going. I don't want to stop. I do want you to see. Like, I thought it'd be fun to program in lettering and put Merry Christmas across it. Wouldn't that be cute?
So cute.
Yeah. It is. This machine is just so nice to sew on. It is solid, really solid. No matter how fast you go, it doesn't shake one single bit. I'm coming to the end. And we'll just grab the other one. And maybe I'll try to find a stitch that'll be faster. But that's it. This machine has over 2,000 stitches. I love the camera. I think that's really neat. Like it's live. Like see the edge of my fabric. See my finger right there. So you can watch it sew all the while you're doing it. So there. I'm just gonna kind of run off the edge, I think. There and cut.
What speed are you at?
Right? I'm not even at the fastest. I'm just a little over the middle. So just like at a medium speed. And I wouldn't want to go any faster. You'll have to zoom in on that, can you?
Oh,
It's so pretty. So I would just stick with the same stitch on the other side, but you could do it up whatever way you want. That is beautiful. It's a great way to use some of your decorative stitches. You know, you can program things in. So I love that. I love it, love it. Okay, so let's look for, you know, I was stuck on doing that star, but there's so many stitches. Let's slide up here. Let's just press the decorative stitch menu again. And I guess this one caught my eye because I've seen people use that one and they make it really tiny. Okay, so they make it, so right now my stitch width is 4.1. So maybe I'd go like here, and it looks like a chain stitch. So it looks like the stitch used to close your dog food bags. But if you want to add detail, that would be, you know, like if I put a flower here and I want to add some, you know, vines coming out. I think that would be fun. Mm-hmm. So not only you're giving a nice gift to someone, but it's fun to do it, right? Okay, so I just wanted to do another one. So that's something I would use for detail. We aren't using our decorative stitches enough, so that's my mission for next year is to get you using your decorative stitches. So I think I saw that one. Well, here's looks like a smaller star. So let's see, that one is a 6 wide. I think I'd like to see that a little closer together. So let's shorten the stitch length so it's on 9. Let's see what it looks like. Oh no, I went longer. So there's at 8, you know, but it kind of narrows the star. So let's see, do they have a star that is closer together? I have no idea what, oh, look at that. Now see, that wouldn't be any good, but look at that. That's the candle wicking stitch in a scallop. Oh, so you could, right? You could keep going. Don't be in a hurry like I always am. You could, right? Okay, so the scallops are gonna go that way. So I wanna start my fabric here. Oh my, I gotta do this. Okay, so it is gonna, it's just a 9mm, so it's not even gonna move. So if I lower my foot, and I'm gonna rest my foot control right here, I'm going to, see, you got, now I'm still gonna put a decorative stitch here, but I am gonna start to sew here. And we gotta see this one. So all I'm watching is right here. I'm making sure that that is lining up, and I'm holding onto my fabric to make sure that my fabric doesn't get caught on anything. I'm pressing down harder on that foot control and making it go faster. This is still the medium speed. But this is pretty much the fastest it will go at medium speed. I'm using Kingstar metallic thread, no thread net. This machine has a spool stand built right in. So I'm just going to do just a little bit more and then we'll take a look at it. I love it. No longer are you allowed to just do a blanket stitch. You have all those decorative stitches on your machine. You have to use them. Because you know what? It's fun. You know what? This isn't an ornament, but it's ornamental. I could put this in the ornament exchange, right?
I think so.
Right?
Has like an extra gift in it.
Yeah. Well, see, we're limited to $10. So this is.
You can buy a gift card.
Oh, no, I can't buy the gift card.
Yeah, if you do the towel and the ornament.
Yeah. I'm breaking the rules.
Yeah. What's in your bobbin? Is it the same Kingstar?
No, it's just white bobbin thread. Yeah, white bobbin thread. Okay, so there, let's lift the foot. Now, I could have had it in pivot, you know, where it lifts. Look how pretty that is. That's it. No more giving these as presents without a zillion decorative stitches on them. So imagine, I am still going to put this stitch on. So imagine how pretty. It's going to look lacy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I love it. Okay.
So pretty.
I want everybody. It's going to snow. They're calling for snow. And so this weekend, I want you all to decorate your towels and lots of decorative stitches and post pictures on our page, right? Look at how pretty that is. I can't believe it. Why haven't we been doing this?
It's
I don't know.
pretty.
Yeah. Yeah. It's built right on your machine. All right. So I placed it 2 inches from the bottom, but you decide where you want it. So both of these I did 2 inches from the bottom. And that's it. Okay, let's take a look at it if we fold it like we would a towel. Now often, okay, we have it like this. So I use these in the bathroom. So I decorate them and I use it as a bathroom towel. Okay, but in the kitchen, I often fold it again, right? And you don't want to be folding your decorative part. So, did I wash the towel first? No, I never do, and I have washed them and washed them and washed them afterwards. These woven towels, not the waffle weave. The waffle weave do shrink, and they kind of, if you put an embroidery design on, it shrinks up like every time you wash it. So we don't even order in the waffle weave. Now I would have a smaller pair of scissors for this, but I didn't think and I didn't bring them in. But I would take, okay, so I think I just go along and cut. I think I want a little bit of green coming now. A little bit here. And I do like that. Maybe I'll take that. Go like that. And here, cut around. So I'm just cutting it out. You have enough of the fabric, so you're going to need, if you don't already have a roll of Hot Fix, you need to get a roll of Hot Fix. It's 10 yards, 12 inch wide by 10 yard, and then you'll have enough to do your extra fabric and applique this down. You can sew it down. Oh, look at a pine cone. I gotta get at least a little bit of pine cone in there. You can hardly tell, but just get this leaf point here. Got to get some red berries. So we all did this at the show. Oh, it is looking really pretty. Okay. Get a little red berries in there. A little more green. We'll try it out. I'm not sure if I'll use this on the red towel, or maybe both. You have enough to do both. So you will end up with the prettiest Christmas towels in the world. See, I'll get kicked out of the party because this will look like a $30 towel, right? They'll say, go home. Yes. I'm excited because not only is it, a Christmas party, but it's right across the street from my house. So I can drink wine. I don't have to worry about getting home, driving home in a car. And believe me, at this point, I need a glass of wine tonight. I wonder if Maddie planned what we were going to, so everybody was supposed to bring food too. And I think she got, she ordered it from Giant Eagle. You know that Giant Eagle Market District. We really like it. I think Tommy and Maddie really, I'm just going to kind of cut this smaller so it's easier to pivot around. But we have a fresh market near us, and that's a grocery store for foodies. And they have really, really unbelievably good meat. It's very expensive, but it's really good. And that's Maddie's favorite store to buy from. And I don't know how I would get these little, so I'm just going to cut, I just kind of decide where I'm going as I go. Look at this. I think, could I just go like that? Because and just make it wavy like a pine cone, and see, I'm cutting off part of the pine cone. Let's see. We'll see what we think when we match it up to the fabric. Get rid of this little bit of black here. There. Okay, so let's take a look. I have this one. Right? That's going to look really pretty. You could cut more off. So I wanted some of the greenery, but if all you wanted was the poinsettia, you decide how you want to do it. And so here, that would be really, remember I used the hot fix on this one. And so I'm going to scratch it, and then I take the scoring tool and get it under. And now it's easy. Now, another nice thing about working with towels is there's always a crease right in the center. So when you want to position an embroidery design in the center, what do you think about right there? Is that looking good? That looks good, right? Okay, so we're going to... So I want you all to grab out your ankle, take off that embroidery foot, grab out your ankle, and those on the Baby Lock and Brother, you will grab out foot N, I think it is. It's that wider foot with the groove on the bottom. And I want you to run decorative. No. You know what's easier is an open toe foot. Remember, I have an open toe foot on the Bernina. So open that up. And I think you should think about, as, you love to sew. You have a sewing machine and a serger. It's a nice machine to get is a Bernina. Maybe not the top of the line. I mean, we'd love you to get the top of the line, but my favorite machine in the line is the Bernina 570. Now, we're out of them, but I'm going to call Tano today, and they're going to get a shipment out to me tomorrow. Not tomorrow, Monday. And I'll have 570s back in stock. We sell the most of that one. It has the dual feeder that comes down from the back. Now, if you would want to, you don't really need to, but if you would want to, I would just straight stitch right along the edge there to hold that down. But as long as you've held your iron down 30 seconds, you don't need to sew it down. Even washing and dryer and everything, it stays on. So look at how pretty, right? All right. So here we go. I'm just going to fold it here. Now again, to hold this down, I would just run a straight stitch. And me, I've got gold decorative thread everywhere. I would just do that straight stitch in the gold decorative. This one I don't have sewn at all. The other one is still in the machine. I think I'm going to leave it there because I want to finish decorating it. All right. Okay. So I think we have some products to show you, right? We have some kits, some towel kits. So I think we're going to get you hooked on this. We don't know about this fabric. We still are making some kits. There's some 60-degree runner kits that they're working on in the kit room, and it needs this fabric. So we don't have a kit right now with this in, but as soon as they get all their 60-degree runners done, I think we should put together some kits with this, right? Because then everything will be matching. Okay.
Still 12 days of Christmas today.
Oh,
So we have a prize.
a prize today. So today is the 12th day, right? That we've been given prizes? Or is it? I don't know. I forget when we started. Yeah, we'll have to look. So we promised everyone that we were giving a prize every day for 12 days. So
If they stay.
yeah, you got to stay because you have to say yay me when we call out your name. So yeah, the Ultimate Christmas Project Kit, yes, is supposed to have a flash drive. The flash drive, let me go get mine. The flash drive is in this kit. So look, the flash drive is in here. So go look. If you didn't get one, tell us right away. We will email you everything, but we'll get one of these in the mail to you. We're all human, so it might be, and I know I'm the most forgetful person here. So it might be, we might have forgotten. But that's where you find, I am going to make the snow globe ornament for Maddie to give as a present. And then I have the ornament that I'm going to show you how to make on Monday. And so when you open up your Christmas, do not throw away a single scrap of this fabric, because that's what you're going to make your ornament out of. Okay, and it's going to have fancy fills and candle wicking and everything, and it's going to match all your other things. Okay, all right. So let's make sure you find your flash drive. It has a cute Christmas. Oh, that one's really cute. A little Christmas charms on the end of it. Okay. All right. So, and I've made a mess, but we won't even show you over there. Okay. So the spring towel kit. So should I do
You can do
whatever one? Okay. 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 So they all went over and they were picking. Okay. So let's see. So here we have 2 of the green towels. Okay. 2 green towels. And then here is your border print. This is another Timeless Treasures. So Timeless Treasures is who made our Christmas fabric too. So this would be really pretty. So you know what I would do? So you only need 2 stripes. So I would keep this brown strip here. I would keep that on this one. But this one, I would cut it here to here. Okay, so you will get a 22-inch wide, at least that even looks wider. Oh yeah, 20 at least 22-inch wide by and it's cut on the fold. So you're going to be able to get 4 towels. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You're just going to get 2 towels with the kit, but you'll be able to decorate 4 towels with it. So, okay, so that is a nice one. I always say you don't want to give a Christmas present for Christmas. You don't want to give a Christmas decoration for Christmas because they end up just putting it away right away. So give something for spring, for winter. Okay, here's another one. See, we're getting in our spring fabrics. Okay, now this one, they matched this one up with white towels. So these are the Dunwoven towels. The fabric's really nice. They must have pre-shrunk it because I've never had it shrink. I've never needed to iron it after it washes. Now look how cute this one is. So there. Okay, so here. And now this one, you actually look how many stripes you get with this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you've like eight options here. So definitely this. Oh, look at okay. Okay. And looks like Kathy used a decorative stitch. So no more blanket stitch. Even though we love blanket stitch, we want you to use your decorative stitches. You can really see them down here along that edge. So really pretty. Yeah, that looks really good. Okay, so this is another really nice one. And they'd have a decoration for spring. Okay, I'm not even going to worry about folding. Okay, and then, what time is it? I have to worry about Carol's show.
22.
Okay, so I'll just go fast through these. Okay, so here, this one. Oh, I love this one. So you get lavender towels, 2 lavender towels. And then, look at how pretty this is. So here, wow, okay. So you could elect if you want to, because you're going to get, so you could use a smaller stripe, but I think like this one, I think I'd use the wide one. But you could use, okay, you could use a wide one on one towel, a narrow one on the other, and then use this wide to put flowers above it, just like I did. Okay, no more blanket stitches. No, I want to see all the pretty stitches. I want to see everybody using their pretty stitches. So now remember, you're going to need a roll of Hot Fix. Okay, you're going to need a roll of Hot Fix to do this. And you know how I love metallic threads. You don't have to use metallic threads, but I do love them. So, okay, now here's another one. This one that we've got, the turquoise towels. Let's see what they call it. Yeah, they call it turquoise. You know, some people would call that aqua. Some would call it turquoise. Now here, we've got, look how pretty this one is. So here, let's open that up. So there. So you'll have enough. So you'll have 2 wide and 2 narrow. So I think I'd do a narrow and a wide. And then on the narrow one, I would cut out the flowers and put them on. Okay, so that's really pretty. And let's see. And this one, oh, I love this. Mini check. And we'll be doing more of these kits, but the light blue and white mini check, look at how pretty this is with it. That is really pretty, isn't it? I love this. I think I'd cut here and here. So I'd have that wide on one towel. I'd have this one on another. And the one that I did the narrow, I would hot fix these and cut them out and put them on. And do decorative stitches, right? All right. So that's it for the towels. So let's see what else we have. And, oh, we have to show them, yeah, the Twilight Garden, because I'm so excited about that. I can't wait to get started. So this, okay, we didn't really know what this was. We kept thinking what is this Twilight Garden? Usually when they have an Aurifil set, so this is a set of Aurifil thread, okay? And what we learned last night is that it depends on the color of the spool. So see how these are gray on a gray spool? These are on a green spool, and this one is on a red. Okay, so it looks, I can't even see the difference. I guess when I unreel it, I'd see, but there's some 30 weight thread. 30 weight thread is better to sew out your decorative stitches. You will see them better. So, you know, like sometimes on that one, it was kind of hard to see. 30 weight with thread. We used to carry 30 weight thread. We were like the only place that had it. It's just a little bit heavier. So normal sewing thread is 40 weight. But we had a 30, which meant it was a little thicker. So your satin stitch filled in better. Your decorative stitches showed up better. So these, the 30 weight in these are for decorative stitches. Okay, then there's also 40 weight, right? So there is 40 weight. All right, 40 weight. Oh, that's right. It's 40 weight, not 30 weight, but there's the regular thread is 50 weight. So this is 40 weight, and then there's a 28 weight. I am not sure which one is which. But then when we go to quilt our quilt, this is a 12 weight, and that's what we're going to quilt it with. Now, take a look at this picture. So this is what, like, we knew something was up with this. We still don't understand why they gave us such a special deal on it, but this is $179 worth of Aurifil thread, and we're selling it to you for $77.88. And we are gonna every month. There's a class. There's 12 classes for us to give, and it's making all the parts of a quilt, and it's called the Twilight Garden quilt. Now, we haven't picked our fabric yet because, you know, I don't really like solids, and this one is done like mostly with solids, you can see. But we have some beautiful lines of fabric, so I'm going to do some solids because then you'll see the decorative stitches better. Okay, some solids, but I think we're going to mix ours with one of these lines of fabric. So we have so this is a metallic impressions. This is all the same colors. I should get a fat quarter bundle of this one, right? I think I should. I'll order a fat quarter bundle of this. We showed this last night because this would make a gorgeous rug, right? Yeah, that would make a really pretty rug. Now, last night we showed you using the serpentine stitch. It was like a wave stitch on the rug, and it makes your rug turn out really good. So I will get in the fat quarter bundle because I think that'll be better if you want to make the quilt with us. Okay. Oh, the gray spool is the 28 weight, as that Melba says. Gray spool is 28 weight. I cannot see the difference. I don't. I think when I, take the plastic off and look at it. Yeah. What's the heaviest weight an Avenir can run? You could do all of these, definitely. Okay, so this one, now there's a 12 weight in here, and so it has to be this one because there's only one. But you can do all of these. Now you can't put in the razzle and dazzle that we showed. John was couching on those because they won't slide through the eye of a needle, even if you use a needle with a larger eye. So there's top stitch needles. So you can't. So that thread is 8 weight, and you have to zigzag over it. So John demonstrated that last night. You got to go back and see it. He did it wonderful. So he kind of copied the pillow that we made on the applaud serger and did it on the sewing machine, the same technique on the sewing machine, and it looked great. So, okay, so let's show them some of these because we will be using one of these. I'm going to leave this open so you can see. I love this one, but look at how perfect these colors are with it. So here's like a blue, and there's blue in here. So these are perfect with it. So yeah, I saw it. There's a dragonfly. Yeah, so there's a dragonfly. I don't know how many. Look at how pretty that fabric is right there. So we will all put our heads together. I think I got to pull in Ruth Ann and Carol. Ruth Ann and Carol to help me pick the fabrics. I love that one. I love it. So these fat quarter bundles are wonderful. And then you can do it your own way where you don't have to follow what I'm doing. But I think what we'll do is we'll have some spots where where we let you decide what you want to put there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can put decorative threads in your bobbin and sew with your fabric face down. And you could put we used to do that with that 1/8 inch wide ribbon. That was a long time ago. We used to do that. Oh, better put this back. Okay. So next one I want to show is this one. And this one, so what was the name of this one? Was this one like Bellagio? Yeah.
Dragonfly Mist.
Dragonfly Mist, okay. This one is Bellagio. And I should just open up the one so they can see. So this is Timeless Treasures. It's my favorite designer. I got a lot of favorites, but, you know, I love Chonga Wang with Timeless Treasures. Love this. Like, I like a stripe on the binding. I love that. So beautiful purples and blues. It's a little different. I'll hold them up this way so you can see the difference. So this one has a little bit of the bright green. And let's see here. It's more like a turquoisey green on this one. I don't see any dragonflies on this one. Joni hates bugs, so she would buy this one. Okay, so all of these, so we will get in this one. We may even have it already, so I just wasn't thinking right. So we sold this last night to do the rugs, and I think that would be a beautiful rug. But here's another fabric that'll go with the colors. So it's blues and black. So, and there's purple in here too. Here's a little bit of the purple color. You can see there. And let me open this up again so you can see. So it'll look pretty. I think these are better. These are better if you're thinking of doing the quilt with us. So you got to do it with us. It's going to be great. Oh, Jean Schmuel, she's wondering if I thought all of them shipped, but we better check. Yeah, did you get her name? SCHMUHL? Yeah, we will check right when the show is over. And we'll email you the tracking number. Okay. All right. And should I end it here? Or do you, like, I did want to show them the Peltex, the roll of Peltex that they could get. So Peltex is what we use in the snow globe for Christmas ornaments. It keeps it stiff. Tiffany uses this in a lot of her bags, and they just came out with a roll of it. I know I saw it right down here, right? Yeah, there's the Peltex. Okay, so this, okay, there's the Peltex, and it is 15 inches by 1 yard. So this would be a really good size to get. You could do lots of Christmas ornaments, a couple bags out of it. So this is a Peltex, and it's just used to keep the item stiff. Okay. Oh, Advent box today, Kippy, was really good. It was 2 bands to wrap around your stabilizer, and then it was a seam fixed seam ripper. It had two seam rippers, and then it had the rubber thing. It kind of looks like an eraser to take your threads out. So, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is the way to get it. I think you have a nice big piece to work with. Okay, and now, oh, we have some Christmas items. Oh, skin tone thread. Can I show them that? Because most of these people today, I bet, are embroiderers, and they're probably trying to do, look at this, we got a set in, this is so hard to find threads that, do I have it upside down? I do. Okay, so threads for skin tones. So it's, goes from very light to dark. So perfect for doing skin tones. Okay, so it's 10 different colors. Oh, and remember, 10% of whatever you buy will go back into your account. Free shipping is at $75. If you're under $75, it's only $8. So the vinyl on the snow globe is the Annie's vinyl. I bet we could put that in the bubble. You get a roll of it. It's Annie's. I think it's by Annie, right? She's by Annie. There's by Annie, and she does all the bags and the patterns and all kinds of really neat notions. And then Annie's does a lot of books. It's a different company. I thought it was the same one in the beginning. Now I do see the rotary cutter blades there. So we have the best deal on rotary cutter blades. I think it was just one below the Shape Flex. There, she's looking for it. But there it is. Titanium coated rotary cutter blades. They're the gold blades. It's the only kind we get in anymore. We won't get in any other. And but it's 10 blades, and I think she's on the 45 millimeter. That's the most often used one. But you get 10 blades for $24.95. I only have one left, so I better get another package. So, okay. And then I'm good, because I need to give you guys time to get ready, right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. I will see you on Monday. Who knows? We'll probably go on at noon or 1 on Monday, and also again at 3 for my IQ designer lesson. All right. See you then. Bye-bye.